Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jumblhoj Cafetalk. Sorry, it's been a while since I've opened up an episode.
Jolin.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back. This is episode 28 maybe.
This is start date 72456, and we're here with Jolin and Victor. Captain Jolin, would you care to take the reins of this ship, this friendship?
I'm just gonna use the escape pod. I'm out.
Damn, Jolin, leave me high and dry like that. All right.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys for joining us once more in this beautiful day of Cafe Talk. Jolin, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing good.
Yeah,
I didn't get to walk Ollie this morning, but
man, he was probably disappointed right there. You just left him high and dry.
Nah, he's good.
I saw that you drew pictures of him. I saw on your Instagram that you got some new artwork for Ollie. You look really cute, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys
I'll
check
post
it out.
pictures up, but if you actually want to see it, it's Instagram at willadme.
Yeah, Will Adney. That's a whole other story for another day. That's why Jolin's name is Will Adney.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that later. Anyways, Victor, it's summer.
Yes, it really is.
The time of, bikinis and beaches and margaritas.
Well, you have a nice view of summer because I would have just said the time for scorching heat and burning deserts and just dying of dehydration.
I have air conditioner in my room, so it's not that bad.
Well, sorry, Jolene. Not all of us could be born with a golden spoon in their mouth.
I bought that air conditioner with my own money.
Oh, okay.
Because my parents already had an air conditioner, and they never let me use it.
Damn, wow.
So I bought one for my own room.
Letting you steam yourself like a steamed ham.
Yep.
Well, good job, Jolene. I appreciate your hard work.
So the summers are a little bit more bearable. But anyways, Victor, you got any plans for summer?
Oh, well.
Or anything on your summer checklist that you want to check off before the summer ends?
Oh, definitely. I really want to go back to the beach, of course. You know, that's what everybody likes about summer. You know, you get
especially since we're in Los Angeles.
Especially, you know, you get those sunny days and perfect weather for the beach, actually, because the sun is shining, the wind is cool, and, you know, you get to relax beachside. And I want to work on my tan. That's like my number one priority, because I drive around a lot, so I drive around with my hand on the window, or even or sticking out of the window. But even when I don't drive like that, when I have both hands on the steering wheel, the sun always shines from my left side window, so my left arm is always darker than my right arm. Yeah. So my main priority for summer is to even it out and look normal.
That's why you gotta buy 2 cars, one from Japan and one from America.
Yeah.
So that way, like, one day you take the right hand drive car and the other day you take the left hand drive car.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that would help me out a lot. Exactly. Yeah, not a bad idea, but you know that requires money and imports and stuff. Time I don't have.
Yeah.
Want to help me out, John? Maybe switch my car out to the right side.
That's hard, man.
Yeah, it really
That's really
is.
hard.
That takes like years, or a year or so. But anyways, another thing on my list that I want to check out is there's this lake that's called Santa Fe Dam right here in LA. I call it a lake because it's like a park. And then in the middle of the park is like this nice beach area that has like sand and then water that you could swim in. But it's technically a dam because they built a dam around it and they just release water into the lake so people could swim. But I just call it a lake. It's the simplest form of it, you know, describing it.
Yeah.
But you've been there with me before multiple times, you know.
The last time we went, there was a thunderstorm.
Oh yeah, that was bad. It ruined our day, man.
Yeah, unexpected thunderstorms. Who would have thought?
Especially summer showers. That's what it was, man. It's crazy. You never know.
But yeah, definitely we should go back.
Yeah, have a barbecue in the park area, put up a hammock and relax, you know. Just
bring
chill.
Ollie out. Let him enjoy the
exactly. Bring all the
whatever.
dogs. it is, but yeah, that's mainly my list of priorities for summer. You know, probably work out since it's hot, so help me burn them calories. You know what I mean? What about you, Jolene? What you got planned for this beautiful summer?
Similar to you, go to the beach, enjoy the weather, you know, hang out with friends. I see a lot of barbecues going on.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's barbecue weather.
Yeah, just got those warm summer nights.
Grilling weather. Because, you know, if you're from the southern United States, barbecue is not grilling.
Oh, true.
But
true.
if you're from Los Angeles, barbecue and grilling are like interchangeable.
Yeah, I feel like if you're from the southern states, barbecuing is more like smoked meats and low. What is it? Low and slow. Thank you. I got tongue tied right there.
But aside from that, I have some other projects. Like I have an animation that I want to work on. Some drawings that I want to finish up.
Nice.
Obviously, I want to take Ollie out more, like to the dog beach instead of dog park.
Definitely. Let them interact with more doggies.
Yeah, and then fix my car. Because I don't know how, like, the clear coat failed on the roof of my car and it's starting to rust underneath it.
Really?
So I just need to, like, sand it all the way down to the bare metal, prime it, and do all that good stuff. Yeah, before it gets worse.
Definitely, I get you.
By the time I do all of that, I think summer should be done.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's weird.
Maybe I'll get summer loving.
Get a summer fling going on right there, Joven.
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say the weird part about summer in LA or California, because it's the sunny state. I don't know what people call it anymore. But because California is so sunny, summer always feels like it lasts way longer than it really does. Because I think summer lasts only like 3 or 4 months, right?
Yeah. Like a normal place.
Yeah, exactly. But in reality over here, even if it's fall, it could still go up to like triple digit heat. So it's like you never really feel like summer's over until like winter starts.
And even then, winter isn't even that bad.
Exactly. Winter is like the lowest we get here is like 70 degrees. So it's still kind of warm.
No, we get lower. I think like the worst winter is like, the worst day in the winter is probably like mid-afternoon. It's like 60 degrees.
Oh, well, yeah, I meant like the highest. You know what I mean? The highest temperature by that. In a day, I mean. Where like the sun is the highest point and it's the hottest it possibly gets. The lowest temperature we get for winter, it would be like 70 or 65. That's what I meant. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean it's kind of hard. I'm using like wrong vocabulary.
You're not using a good scale.
Yeah. But either way, what I'm trying to say is because California, it's warm year round. So it always feels like summer lasts way longer than it should. So I mean, we still got a lot of time to plan all those stuff and have fun in the sun. And you got a lot of time to go get yourself a summer fling, Mr. Jordan.
I do.
You know, you just gotta let those ladies know that you could grow a beard and you could
gotta get out there on the streets of Hollywood and peacock, literally like. Get a big feathered dress and be like,
keep your chin up and it's just like prance around and be like, I'm here.
All right, Victor, so what do we got for the people?
So
what are we talking about today?
So, quick announcement that we want to talk about and let all you beautiful people out there know is we are planning to decorate some cakes in the future.
Oh, 2 quick announcements, actually.
Oh, okay, for sure. Well, just this one is we're planning. We saw some quick videos where you decorate cakes, and we thought hey, we've never done that before. It would be funny to show everybody how badly we mess up, and if we do good,
our cake skills are.
Exactly. If we do good, then we'll show everybody like, hey, we're actually pretty good at something we've never tried before.
Yeah.
But either way, hopefully, we hope that it'll be entertaining for you guys. So don't miss out on our future episodes. You might get to see us perform on some cakes.
Yeah.
Delicious cakes.
And the second one is we're pretty much finalizing the stuff so we have a running Twitch channel.
Oh, yeah, big time.
I'm just working on some of the art and we're trying to figure out a schedule on when we could like meet up and stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the idea is we want both of us to be in the stream, but as a star... Yeah, as a star, one of us could just stream, and it would mostly just be like video games and stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We definitely want to start it out the channel as both of us, or maybe like our first like 2 videos or 3 videos will be of both of us playing games, and then from then on we'll just like probably go individually and see how it goes from then on. But
we'll just see how it works on Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll let you guys know once we get our Twitch account activated and everything's all set up. We'll put down a link in the description below so you guys can check us out.
Yeah.
But anything else, Julian?
No, that's all.
That's it?
That's pretty much all.
All right, then the next topic we have in store for y'all is Incredibles 2. It came out last week, Everybody's talking about it right now. It's like, the hot topic for this week.
We gave our expectations and our thoughts before we saw the movie in the last podcast.
Yeah.
So you go check that out. This podcast, we're gonna talk about, or we're gonna basically review it.
Yeah, we actually went to go see it
ideas.
and see how our expectations were met or not. What we thought about it. And Jolyn, let's start off with you. What did you think? Like, did it meet your expectations? Did you succeed? How was the movie?
To start things off, we're gonna try to keep it as like spoiler free as possible.
Yeah, so you guys can
And
still go and enjoy it if you haven't seen
if
it.
there is a spoiler, I'll give you like a spoiler alert or something,
In advance. Yes.
Yeah, but basically, like, the movie surpassed my expectations by far, because in the last podcast I told you, like, I had very little expectations of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I was kind of conflicted about the whole idea of the movie supposed to give a message about family, yet by the trailers it looks like they're splitting the family up.
Yeah, with the whole mom going to be the hero now, as to where the dad was the hero in the first movie.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it like surpassed my expectations by far. It was a good movie.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, you actually weren't really a huge fan of the first movie, right?
No, I wasn't.
You saw it and you enjoyed it, but it wasn't one of those movies that you were like, I must have this in my collection, or a renowned Disney movie that you truly enjoyed, right? Like, you
I mean, like, when I saw the first one, I don't even know how old we were. We were in like middle school.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we were in middle school.
Yeah, so it was cool having a movie about superheroes and stuff like that, because when you're like a boy in middle school, that's all your mind is preoccupied with.
Yeah, like comics and stuff, especially since the Marvel Cinematic Universe wasn't out yet. Like, at most, I think we had Iron Man. That was the beginning of the MCU. So we knew that superheroes were starting to show a great deal in cinematography, but we didn't know how big it was going to get yet. So
exactly.
Seeing The Incredibles, for me, it was a refreshing taste, because it wasn't only just a hero movie, it was a family movie. It was like, a movie about like where the family comes first, and the message they gave was actually like really powerful, where it's like, with the help of your family you could do anything, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. I that's why I really liked the movie. As for the second movie though, well, I don't remember what my expectations were last time. I just remember thinking that I was not gonna enjoy it as much as the first one, mainly for that reason that you stated, where the mom was gonna be the hero now, and the first movie tried so hard to implement the idea that family was number one, and now they're just throwing that away in hopes that the mom goes, and does her hero duty in order to help everybody else, leaving the family behind. I was really disappointed in that aspect, but the reason they give in the movie as to why she has to do that actually satisfied me. It actually calmed my nerves. It actually, if anything, took away my quote-unquote rage from that plot point, and it made it easier to enjoy the rest of the movie, because I was like, okay, it's understandable why, Elastigirl is doing what she's doing. But my expectations, I didn't go in with high expectations. I went in as just like, I hope this movie's enjoyable, and it did. It exceeded my expectations in multiple ways, not only in the action scenes where the mom goes and fights evil, but also in the family scenes with the dad taking care of the kids. It was actually a lot of funny scenes, more than I expected. And I believe the baby, if it wasn't obvious from the trailers, the baby is the star of the show, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely.
He's the one that provides that comedic relief. He's the one that gives the best scenes of the movie from the family side.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So in my personal rating, from Victor's rating, out of 5, I give that a 4. A movie that you should definitely check out if you enjoyed the first Incredibles. Like you gotta see this movie. And it was actually better than the first Incredibles. It satisfied me in multiple ways, where the ending scene gave me closure, and I was more than satisfied with it being the last Incredibles movie. If it is, we don't know yet, but if it is the last Incredibles movie, I'm more than satisfied with just those two.
Yeah, because I can't imagine like an Incredibles 3. Like, what would they talk about?
Yeah, right.
Because pretty much like everything, the whole movie is like wrapped up nicely.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because when the movie reaches like the pre-climax or the climax,
mm-hmm.
I felt like at that point they were kind of rushing things. Like, the whole movie is paced pretty well.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to like the big reveal and the actual climax and
Oh,
stuff,
I
I feel like it
understand.
was a little rushed.
Yeah, like you could feel that the pace kicked up a notch, and they were trying to like move things along faster.
Yeah, if they kept that momentum up, they kicked it up a notch and it continued to go, like more action hit you, more like messages, like all that stuff.
Yeah,
I would have been fine with it, but they kick it up and then they bring it back down for the ending
Yeah.
and gives you all this closure, but it's like you had this momentum and you just like did nothing with it.
yeah, that's true. They just took
So I don't
you
know.
off
That's
that
the only
rail.
that's the only criticism I have with that. And then like also what you said about Jack being the star of the movie.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, if he wasn't in the movie, my score for the movie would be a lot lower.
Yeah, I
Because
would agree on
I
that.
agree with you. Like out of 5, I would give it 4 out of 5.
Yeah,
But if Jack wasn't the main like comedic relief or the what was the driving force of the movie,
yeah.
then
It
it would
would've been a
easily
completely
be
different-
like a 2.5.
Yeah, exactly. It would have just ended up being a completely different movie than it actually was.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Um,
kind of weird too, like how much. I mean, I think it's because of the Marvel universe
Yeah,
that how many stories about superheroes and superhero life is actually out there.
yeah,
It's nice seeing a different take on it because obviously, like from the Marvel universe, even though there's all these like laws and regulations and stuff, like the Avengers is still just able to do whatever. Like, who's gonna stop them?
true.
Like
in
only
the event
another
of a
Avenger can
crisis-
stop them.
Exactly. In the event of a crisis, it's like they're all heroes, like who pretty much gods walking among Earth. you know?
Exactly,
So
but
it's
in
like,
The Incredibles,
it's
like
gonna
there's
interfere.
actual consequences to it.
Yeah,
Especially with Mr.
This-
Incredible and Elastigirl because now they have a family.
exactly. And it's like the whole suing thing. That's one thing I really enjoyed. That there's a scene in the movie. I'm not gonna spoil anything. There's a scene in the movie where the Incredibles, they do their heroism, and then lawyers come and scold them for doing that heroism.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that aspect because it's like it reminds you that heroes are still illegal, and that their actions have consequences, even if their actions were intended for good.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that in a lot of Marvel movies because it's just like, oh hey, it's a superhero, like
It's just like
the city will take
just
care
a
of the
slap on the
damages.
wrist and
Yeah.
send you on your way.
Exactly.
But that scene that you're talking about, like I couldn't help but it just reminded me of that scene in like My Hero Academia. Like
Uh-huh.
once the main hero defeats Stain, the hero killer.
Yeah.
How like the police actually come and scold him and tell him like there are consequences, like you could have killed Stain, and that's like a totally
True.
different view because like who cares in the Marvel universe or whatever, like who cares if the villain dies, like they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in like My Hero Academia and The Incredibles, like even though they're villains, they're still people
Yeah.
that have rights.
And the fact that they're teenagers in My Hero, it would have actually caused them even more trouble if the villain would have died. Like
Yeah.
it would have it showed that they were in a public situation where civilians could have gotten hurt, and not only did someone actually get hurt, it doesn't matter if he's a villain or not. The fact that they were underage and they used their powers would have caused them trouble. Would have like brought some
So, yeah.
light in the media. So I really enjoy that too. I forgot about that.
Definitely, like there's this whole new perception about heroes and hero society that I mean at the beginning of the Marvel universe, like we would have never seen.
And
Just
that,
because like they helped explode this whole hero genre.
yeah, true. And that brings about the question of like, the motive behind the villain in Incredibles 2. So it's like, it's a new twist on everything we've been, just accepting from heroes.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it brings society into that mixture, realizing that, hey, this is the real world, so you can't just throw away society to the curb just because you're a hero.
I will say that too, that the villain in The Incredibles 2,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of obvious.
I was gonna say that's the one fault I
Yeah.
found in the movie that brought it down from being like a perfect score, was because the villain was very predictable. Like I knew who it was gonna be. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
kind of
well,
took
because
away
you had
from the
it spoiled
excitement.
for you.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a theory where they explained why they thought it was gonna be this person, and then in the end it was that person. So I was like, oh, it was spoiled for me, which took away a lot of the impact. But at the same time, even if I didn't see the theory, it's still pretty obvious. Like you could pretty see that coming.
Yeah. me as a moviegoer, I went into the movie completely blind. I just saw the trailer and I was like, okay, cool, I'll watch it. Before the halfway point of the movie, I already predicted who the villain was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was right on the money. And I was just like, maybe if they did, maybe like if the writers did something a little different, then the villain wouldn't be so predictable. But you know, overall, I feel like because it's also like supposed to be a kids movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kids wouldn't be suspecting of like, oh, this person's the villain already, like right from the beginning.
Exactly, because I feel like that takes into account the whole like real life aspects that that our lives bring.
Yeah.
Where we already learn to maybe mistrust some people, even if their intentions are good. It always just be cautious. So that's why we're able to like determine who's gonna be bad or who's gonna be good. But kids don't have that. I mean, kids just want to have fun and make friends with anyone as much as they can. So it's like So as a kids movie, it's great. Watching it as an adult, it's still really entertaining and fun to watch. But the villain was lacking. It was good though.
The villain was a little lacking, but overall, it was a good movie. Good message.
Yeah.
Good comedy moments.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it was wrapped up very nicely.
Yeah, I agree. Any other movies? Staying on the topic of movies, I wanted to ask you: are you excited for any future upcoming movies, or that are coming out this year? If anything, we're already halfway through the year, so let's just say.
Honestly, I'm a little excited for Jurassic World.
Oh yeah,
like the Fallen Empire.
Yeah.
Just because like I don't know, I like dinosaurs and sci-fi, and it kind of just like speaks to me a little.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Jurassic Park and Jurassic World are those movies that when I see the trailers, I do not get excited at all. I'm not.
Really?
I don't.
Also, I really like Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah, Chris Pratt it's awesome.
Chris Pratt's great.
Yeah, but I don't know why. I just find I love dinosaurs. I love sci-fi stuff. But they just don't attract my attention. They just don't attract my interest.
That's fair enough.
But I will say this. I'm not gonna leave it as that. When I do see the movies, it's the best experience ever because I go in with no expectations whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I am able to fully enjoy the movie in a way that, I didn't even think of. So pretty much my message is I love the Jurassic Park movies because of that. They take me to a whole new world, and I feel like that's what a movie should do.
Yeah, fair enough. And I mean, aside from that, Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Oh yeah.
And the Nun movie. Just because we've seen all, just because we've seen all the Conjurings like at my house already.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I just want to like finish it off.
The whole series.
I don't know if I want to see it in theaters though, because like I'm okay watching them at my house.
Yeah.
Just because like we're able to talk and like turn on the light or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
in theaters
theaters
like,
on the big
screen.
You.
Exactly.
I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
So it's a whole other experience.
You guys don't know I'm not the biggest horror fan.
Uh-huh.
I've only recently started to appreciate horror movies.
Yeah, we've been trying to. Well, we as in me and our group of friends have been trying to get Jordan into horror movies, just because we love horror movies, and I myself am trying to start my own collection of horror movies. We're trying to get Jordan into it.
Yeah.
Get over his fears.
I'm getting there.
He's doing really good. He's doing really well. We went through the whole series of The Conjuring, and we still haven't finished Insidious.
We saw the first two.
Yeah, we saw the first, but we still need two more.
Yeah.
But either way, I know those may not be the best horror movies to some people out there, but we just decided like those are good starting points.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm excited for The Nun too. That the trailer creeped me out. The trailer actually had a jump scare that I was not expecting. It's not spoilers because anybody can go see the trailer. Yeah. But that scene? Did you see the trailer?
I saw part of it.
Because there's this scene where the lady's like walking down the hallway, and then there's like the figure behind her.
Oh yeah.
And then she turns around and sees the figure, but then something comes right in front of her.
Yeah.
That actually scared me just from the trailer alone.
Man.
I was like, oh man, I was not expecting that. So I'm excited to see that movie too. Add it to my collection because I already have all the other Conjuring movies.
So what are your movies that you're excited for, Victor?
Definitely Wreck-It Ralph. Actually, that's one of my big ones. Not because I think it's gonna be a great revolutionary movie, it's just because it's fun. I feel like from the trailers alone.
I feel like it's gonna It's gonna be a letdown.
Yeah, right. I
Like,
get
I
that
have
like
that
subtle
feeling.
feeling in the back too.
Just because the trailer is so
Out there.
similar to the Emoji Movie,
That's what I was gonna say too.
and the Emoji Movie was just like a big advertisement for
all
freaking,
these apps and
what was
stuff,
it?
companies. Oh, Dropbox.
There you go.
Yeah.
The whole movie was basically a Dropbox and Sony advertisement.
Yeah, it really was. It was such a letdown. But I think that's the thing, because they didn't have a good story. They literally just created this amazing world. Because I saw the Emoji Movie, and they created an amazing world that had so much potential, and yet they made such a bad story and just bland characters and so many plot holes that you're just like, you can't enjoy it. I literally watched 5 minutes of that movie, and I already wanted to take it out. I didn't want to keep watching it whatsoever. But I was like, you know what? I'm pushed through, see why everyone hates it so much, and I understand now why that movie was so terrible.
Yeah.
But Wreck-It Ralph, I feel like it has potential to be good because, I feel like the story is going to be better.
Yeah.
But I do have that lingering feeling in the back that it's going to be such a huge letdown, and I hope it's not. Because I fully enjoyed the first movie, and
definitely.
I even
the
bought
first
it.
one. The first one is like one of my favorite movies.
Right? So that's why I'm hoping it's not bad. Another movie that I'm excited for, what movie was it? I had it right now. We were talking about it, Jolene. Oh my god, this Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yo, have you seen Ant-Man?
I didn't even see the first one.
Oh, Jolene, come on.
I don't know.
Okay, it's not that great. I'm probably making it
I know,
sound
we
way
talked
better
about
than,
this.
yeah,
We
exactly.
talked about this in a previous podcast.
We talked about it. It's not a great movie. It's not one that you definitely have to watch in order to understand the MCU. It's more of like it's one of those Saturday morning cartoons that you didn't mind watching while you waited for your favorite cartoons. You get me?
I see.
Like, it's still entertaining, it's still fun to watch, and it's not a waste of your time, but it's not one of those movies that you rush to and are excited for. But Ant-Man and the Wasp, because I saw the first movie, I'm actually excited for this one.
Fair enough.
It looks like they have more action scenes. The Wasp can fly, so it looks like it's fun. The actor that plays Ant-Man, I forgot his name.
I don't know his name either.
He reminds me of like the cousin of Chris Pratt. You get me?
Oh,
Chris Pratt can time his jokes so well that it makes it really funny. But this guy, he has great comedy too, which adds nice relief for the movies. But it's like, it's slightly ajar with his timing. You get me?
I see.
It's not bad timing, but at the same time, it's like he could do a little bit better, But in the end,
But I think that's
it's still
just
a funny
like
joke.
I think that's just the whole direction that they want with the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because just judging from the first one, like, he was a little like awkward.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's supposed to be kind of awkward and goofy and like not the best.
Which is weird because in the first movie he was a criminal. He was actually a convict. So like for a convict to act that way, it's just very like unfamiliar. You know what I mean? Everyone's unfamiliar with that. I'm not saying that all convicts act the same way, but I'm just saying for a movie like that, to portray him as such a hardened criminal and then just to turn him around and be like the comic relief of the movie, it's just something I wasn't expecting. But yeah, that's another movie I'm excited for. Any other one that you wanna see, John?
Nah, we've talked about this many times. I'm not that big
into movies
and what's going on in pop culture and stuff like that.
Yeah, I understand. Did you know? By the way, I'm sorry. Did you know that they're making a movie of Mr. Rogers?
I've heard about it. Yeah.
Did you like Mr. Rogers? Did you grow up watching him?
I didn't. I knew who he was, but I didn't watch his show.
I see. Well, for anyone that doesn't know out there, that Mr. Rogers, I'm not gonna go into details about this, but it was just a kids show where just a friendly old man would come in and just entertain kids. Tell stories. Ask them to be their neighbor, and this movie is more like almost like a documentary depicting how his show actually maybe influenced a generation, because his show was very controversial at the time. It was a time where racism was huge. People were trying to segregate. Am I using segregation correctly?
Yeah.
Segregation is to mix people, right? Or is that to separate? Desegregation. Okay, so desegregation was happening, and people, white people didn't want colored people in their pools, and Mr. Rogers was the one person that were like teaching kids that it's okay, that we're all equal in this world, that we should just love one another. And his show had amazing messages like that. At the same time, it had like little puppets to entertain kids. So he was just a really nice man. He was just a really like good show overall for children.
Yeah.
And they're just wanting to immortalize him in a movie just to show his
That's
achievements. So it seems like a really nice movie. It's called Will You Be My Neighbor? If anyone wants to check it out, if anybody is a fan of Mr. Rogers out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another movie I'm interested in watching.
Yeah, definitely let us know any movies that you're excited for. If you want to add anything to what we said, or if you want to refute anything that we said,
yeah,
comments is a place to do it. I guess just for some closing remarks, I'm patiently waiting for Logic's next album or mixtape.
Logic,
Just because I think it's leaked that this is gonna be his last whatever.
What? No way. Why?
Yeah, like I don't know. He
He's
just
gonna
wants
retire?
to stop. Like
Really?
I think fame and fortune hit him too quickly,
Ooh.
and he just wants to take a step back.
Not bad. I mean, I can appreciate someone who knows when to like step down from the throne.
Yeah, exactly.
And by the throne, I don't mean he's like the best. I just mean like the throne of fame and fortune.
Yeah, because if you look at like the stuff that Logic has done recently, it like greatly overshadows what he's done in the past.
Yeah.
Like he released his 1-800 song, which basically helped like the suicide hotline.
Yeah.
He was on Rick and Morty, which that in itself
That's
just
cool.
exploded his name.
Oh, big time.
He's like a double distinguished artist. You have like Album Logic, who preaches and tells you can do anything. You have Mixtape Logic, where he tries to be trap, and it's
And
literally
be,
just like
with
that.
the times.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this next album is rumored to be his last. So yeah, I kind of want to hear what he has.
Yeah,
How's he gonna send it off?
But now that you brought up the topic of like rappers and musicians, I know you don't know this dude, but he's like on the rage right now, like on the news everywhere. This guy named Triple X Tentacion, he was like shot in his Lamborghini out of nowhere.
Damn.
I never listened to his music. I haven't heard any of his songs. I literally just brought it up because it's like like current events sort of thing. But the reason why I wanted to bring it up was because it surprised me that it wasn't any like, well, I mean, so far people haven't like related to gang violence.
Yeah.
They haven't related to like, he it wasn't an enemy that he made. It wasn't like someone that he was talking smack to. It was actually just a normal mugging that led to him being shot.
Really?
Yeah, like that's the crazy part that like
Damn.
struck me. Where it's like he was just driving by in his car. He just stopped at a stoplight or a stop sign, and then someone just started mugging him. And they literally only took his like Louis Vuitton bag and shot him, and he was just left him there dead.
Damn, that sucks.
Right? So it's like even if you're like a huge star, like you could just be shot and killed like at any moment. Like
Yeah, definitely.
that's why you gotta live your days like it's your last. Enjoy it to the fullest. Go ask that cute girl that you like.
Well, I don't like any girls right now.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I'm pretty good right now.
Or boys, I'm not gonna judge.
I don't go that way.
But yeah,
I respect people who do.
Just wanted to end it on a current event.
Yeah.
I think that would be good to wrap it up. Our good podcast.
Yeah,
Jordan.
definitely.
So
It's a good place to stop.
yeah, so thank you guys for joining us on another exciting segment of Cafe Talk.
I wouldn't call it exciting. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, Joe, thanks for killing my hype there, man.
You're just blowing smoke up your butt.
you gotta talk yourself up huge, man. You gotta fake it till you make it.
Damn, that's life, bro. That's some life advice.
Right? There you go. Life advice for everybody. But seriously though, thank you guys so much for tuning in again. We love you all here in the channel. If you like the video, please smash that like button. If you want to see more of us, go check out our channel. And if you want to not miss any future videos or any future like announcements that we have, subscribe to our channel, please. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Stay beautiful.